There's a big difference between trying to start a business and deciding to build one. Let's talk about that. This is a bonus video, day 6 of the Bright Beginnings workshop. It's not another task, it is something that can change your business. It's really going to help you to come into your own. It's going to allow you to say, oh, this is how I show up differently now. Mixed feelings between clarity and hesitation are normal. But we right now are going to talk about the identity between the difference of trying and deciding. This is day 6 of the Bright Beginnings, where I'm helping people start their businesses. On day 1, we talked about starting before you're ready. On day 2, we talked about a life first versus hustle first business. On day 3, we talked about our anchors of our business and getting a clear direction to move in. Day 4, we focused on starting small and strategic by saying no to busy work. And day 5, we looked at what happens when fear shows up, when things really just start feeling real as you get your business moving. If you missed any of those days, I will put a link to the playlist in the description as well as in the pinned comments. I have notes on my screen, so you might see me looking down. Camera's up here just above my monitor, and down here is where my notes are. I don't want to miss a thing, especially today. I've got a lot of notes, and I think they're very important. So most people stall after starting because they get overwhelmed, the doubts, the fears. We talked about all that, right? But it's not because you lack the information. Your fears were just your signal to get more information, to stop and think. So you've done that. But you end up trying and you don't end up in this decisive mode. So you're in trying mode, and that's optional, that's open, that's kind of fragile. It means that you're non-committal. It also means it's a way of protecting yourself that if things don't work out. By taking action and making decisions, that helps you build your identity. When I say identity, I don't mean a label or a title. I mean how you make decisions when no one is watching. So let's talk about trying versus building. That's something that we always say, oh, I'm trying to build a business. No, I am building a business. So trying sounds like I'm thinking about, I'll see how it goes. Building sounds like I'm working on, I am creating, my plan is. Building is committed. Trying is open and indecisive. Building, although it's committed, does not mean that it requires pressure or speed. You can still build small and strategic while being committed. So how does identity change our decisions? It helps us get clearer. It simplifies a lot of the noise and the choices. It reduces the overthinking. It reduces the over content consumption, because when you're not committed, when you're just trying, you look for so much information and you start consuming lots and lots of videos and content and what can I do so I can keep trying? When you commit, you can cut a lot of that out. Yes, you still need to learn, but you don't need to learn everything. It also makes our next steps or your next steps clearer. So how do you arrive at your identity? What is your identity? As a person, you have an identity, your values, your boundaries, what you protect, how you treat yourself when things are hard. Those are personal. That's part of your personal identity. Like I said, not titles, not labels, not I'm a mom. Yes, you might be a mom, but there's more to it than that. In business, your business owner identity is how you make decisions, how you handle discomfort, how you follow through, how you value your time and your work. You don't become a different person when you start a business. You bring intention to who you already are. So you are kind of getting clearer and more defined on your personal traits and taking those in to build your business owner identity. I'd like you to consider these things when you're thinking about who you are, what your identity is. As a person, what do you prioritize, even when it's inconvenient? What am I no longer available for? Where am I shutting things out? How do I talk to myself when I make a mistake? What does balance actually mean for me right now? As a business owner, how do I decide what deserves my time? What kind of business am I building? Is it a slow, steady, flexible, etc.? How do I respond when something feels uncomfortable? What does consistency look like in my real life? Remember, we're about building in our real life, not in hypothetical perfect situations. Identity shows up in your small choices that you make each day, not the big declarations. So how do you shift from trying to building? This is where your identity starts locking in. Trying is optional, like we said. It's open. It's non-committal. Being and building is something that you've embodied. It is commitment. It is something you feel inside of you. Some examples that you might think of. So I'm trying to post. Yeah, I'm trying to get 1,000 followers. So I'm trying to post 2 times a day. Non-committal. I'm someone who shares my ideas, and I am going to reach 1,000 followers of people who relate to me, and I am going to do that by posting 3 times a week. See the difference? I'm trying to work on my business. I protect time for what matters. Very different. I'm trying to work on my business. Maybe I can find some time to work on my business. Different than I protect time for what matters. I am blocking time, and every night after I put my kids to bed, I'm going to spend 45 minutes on my business. Very different. I'm trying to charge people for my services. Maybe I can charge them $20 versus I value my work and I will charge $20 to start with the intention of going up as I gain more experience. So different. The narrative that we tell ourselves is huge. It absolutely plays into our mindset and our identity. But it's not just about shifting our mind and shifting our thoughts, shifting our identity from trying to I am building, I'm working on, I'm becoming. It's also about letting things go. It's often powerful and overlooked to just say no to things. The version of yourself that needs permission. Right? In one of these earlier videos, maybe it was the first one, maybe it was the second one, I said, I give you permission, now give yourself permission. Shift from that person that needs permission from the outside to the person that automatically gives themselves permission first. The habit of waiting for confidence. Let that go. You don't need to wait for confidence. You build confidence as you go. Over-identifying with fear and doubt. Allowing the fears and the doubts to sink in. Yes, fears and doubts are natural, but you do not have to let them be your identity. Comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. You do not have to compare where you are starting in your business to someone else's middle, where they've been after 5 years, after 10 years, after 20 years, like myself. You don't have to take that and compare and have that become part of your identity. You are you. That's what matters. Yes, you can learn and see what people are doing and learn from that and tweak, but just because they have a great idea doesn't mean that idea works for you. So don't let someone else's identity become yours or crush your identity. Don't be afraid that your identity is concrete. Your identity is something you have, is a choice. It's something you can revisit, not a one-time decision. Identity evolves as you evolve, as your business evolves. Some days you might wobble a little. You might stumble. You might trip and fall. But you get up. You recover. You learn, okay, I wore an outfit that caused me to get my foot stuck in my pant leg and I fell. I won't wear that outfit again. Or I will hem that outfit. Right? There's a difference there. You get up and you keep going. Business is the same. Life is the same. You don't have to feel like a business owner every day. You just have to keep choosing to show up like one. Let me read that one again because I think it's very powerful. You don't have to feel like a business owner every day. You just have to keep choosing to show up as one. When you're ready to move from identity and clarity into building, if you need help with that, the new business workbook, Clarity to Cash, helps you turn what you've uncovered here in this 6 days Bright Beginning series into simple, doable plan. I'll link it in the description if you're interested. So each day of this Bright Beginnings series, we have been giving prompts. But in addition to the prompts, there is a free worksheet that you can get. The link is in the description. It's also in the first pinned comment. And it is designed to help you after you've watched the video, and gives you prompts and gives you some exercises so you can really get clear on who you are, on where you're going, and really help you build a business that is aligned with you. Regardless if you choose to go ahead and get the worksheet or not, it's free. So you can absolutely do that. Just put in your email and you'll get a link to the Google Doc. But regardless if you do that or not, I have a prompt each day for you. And today, our prompt for reflection is, I am becoming someone who. Who are you becoming? What is your identity? Take ownership. I am becoming someone who. Or I am someone who. Then the second part of this reflection prompt. If I owned this identity, what would I say yes to and what would I say no to? If I owned this identity of who I am becoming, what would I say yes to and what would I say no to? Now, in the Bright Beginnings, over 6 days, we have started to build our identity and our business. Mindset helped you begin. Clarity helped you to choose. Action helped you to move. Courage helped you to continue. And identity is going to help you stay. If you're finding any of this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more helpful videos on starting and growing your business. I am here for you. I really want to help anyone and everyone that I can start and grow their business so they can make a difference in their life. Remember, you're not too late. You're not behind. You're building intentionally. You're building strategically. You have the courage to keep going. You do not need someone else's permission. You are becoming a business owner that has integrity and is strategically planning their business. There is no urgency. There's no hustle needed. Perfection is not required. I'm just rambling off a whole bunch of like one-liners that I gave throughout this Bright Beginnings. Perfection is not required. We are not going to strive for it. We do not need a hustle-first lifestyle. Our business needs to work with our life. We do not need to fit our life in around our business. For those who want clear steps to start their business, Clarity to Cash, that new business workbook, is linked below. See you in the next video.